So this is my video demonstration on how to transfer the patient from bed to chair and vice versa. Okay, so for this setup, we don't have any wheelchair, or we're not in a hospital setting, so technically I'm just going to use a regular chair for moving the patient from the bed to this one. Okay, so first, just like our usual things, we need to make sure that we have already washed our hands properly, which I already did prior to this procedure, and you introduce yourself to the patient and let the patient know what you're trying to do. So, good afternoon, ma'am. My name is Chrisline, and I'm your caregiver for today. Also, an important thing, again, is to make sure that you have the right patient, okay? By checking their, the name and the date of birth on their wristband. So, ma'am, okay, can you state me your name and birthday, please?
January 23.
Thank you. So now we have the right patient. So let's explain to the patient what you're going to try to do. So for today, ma'am, I'm going to help you to move from your bed to this chair. Will that be okay, ma'am? Thank you. Okay. So patient is okay with it. So now suppose that your patient is paralyzed on the other side of the body. So what we're gonna try to do here is, for example, for this patient that we have, let's pretend that her left side, this left arm is paralyzed. Okay, so to begin with, before you start moving the patient or before you lift the patient up, we will have to do it in this position. Okay, so this arm literally feels nothing as as it's paralyzed. So by the help of her other hand, put it on this way, okay, so that she has the support. Okay, so her other hand is supporting the other one that is paralyzed. Okay, so this is what we're gonna try to do here. Okay, put one knee on bed, okay, and then you hold the patient's shoulders, and as you lift the patient, okay, you have to let the patient know what you're trying to do. So, ma'am, I'm gonna help you get up, and at the count of 3. Okay, so you need to have your back straight, okay, and your shoulder as a support for doing this movement. Okay, so ma'am, at the count of 3, 1, 2, and 3. Okay, and then after that, okay, you will have to use your left knee in my position here to support the back of the patient. We don't want her falling after you lift her up. Okay, so that is for the support of the patient. Alright, so upon moving the patient up, you can also offer her for if she would like some massage, because she's been lying down in bed for several hours. You can actually do that if and only you saw in the doctor's order that she is okay with that, or she's if it's okay for the health care worker to give her a massage. Okay, and then afterwards, what we need to do is, okay, so we have here a supporter. So pretending this is going to be a supporter, this is going to help with the hand that is paralyzed. So move it this way. So you can now let go of that, ma'am. Okay. Alright. So like that. Okay, so now that we have already put the support here, okay, on her hand that has been paralyzed, we are now going to move her legs. Okay, so this left leg is the one that's been paralyzed, so we are gonna put it on top of the other leg, okay, as a support. So that's how it's gonna be, just like that. Okay, and then so your other hand should be still holding the support here. Okay, just like that, this one. Okay, so I'm holding it here. Okay, and then so we are going to move the patient now. We are going to help her. Okay, so ma'am, at At the count of 3, I'm gonna move you, okay, down the bed. Okay, so 1, 2, 3. Okay. Okay, so now that we have already helped the patient here, so her legs are already down the bed, we are now going to help her sit on the chair. Okay, so by doing that, we also have to ask the patient first because she's still like kind of in the center of the bed. So, ma'am, can we move a bit forward? Okay, so she's gonna do that by the help of the leg that is not paralyzed, which is the right one here. Okay, then after that, so again, we are only going to use here a regular chair. So I'm still holding the support here on her other arm. Okay, so if this has, for example, this is a wheelchair, what you're gonna ask the patient to do is to, by the use of this other hand, okay, that is not paralyzed, we are going to ask her to hold, okay, the armchair of the wheelchair. But since we don't have that one, so we are not gonna be doing that here. Okay, so now that the patient has already moved forward, okay, towards the edge of the bed, since her left side of the body is paralyzed, so what we're gonna try to do here is to put her left foot on top of your foot. Okay, this is to help with her balance. Okay, and then we are gonna help move her. Okay, okay, with the help of the support. Okay, we're gonna help the patient lift her up. Okay, so ma'am, we're gonna stand up. There you go. Okay, so now that the patient is standing up, we are gonna help her with or sit on the chair by doing the pivot motion. So it's gonna be this way, like that. Okay, and then help the patient to sit down on the chair. Okay. Okay, so now that we have already helped the patient to sit on the chair, we can now remove the support that we've used on her. Okay. So there, just help the patient be in a comfortable position as she is seated now on the chair. Okay, so that is the way or the procedure on how to transfer a patient from the bed to the chair. And now I'm going to do it on the other way around. Okay, so now that we are putting the patient or helping the patient back in bed from the chair, we are now going to put the support, okay, for her paralyzed hand. Okay. Alright, so after doing this, just the same thing that we did earlier, okay, we're gonna help her stand up. So the leg that's paralyzed, we're gonna be putting it on top of our foot, okay, and then at the count of 3, ma'am, I'm gonna help you stand up. Okay, so 1, 2, and 3. Okay, all right, so now that we've already helped the patient stand up, what we're gonna do is the pivot motion as well for or to help the patient sit in bed. So ma'am, we're gonna turn on our side at the count of 3. Okay, 1, 2, and 3. Okay, and then there you go. So we help the patient slowly sit down on bed. So now we can now sit down. Okay, so after that, we are going to ask the patient to scoot over because we are or she's still at the edge of the bed if she can. If not though, we can help her by with the help of the support, okay, and your feet and your foot, okay, because the paralyzed foot is on top of yours, so you're gonna help her. So I'm just gonna move you over, ma'am. What? Okay, so if the patient is bigger than you, you can actually ask assistance from another colleague. Okay, all right, so there you go. So now okay, There. So we can now lift both legs of the patient up in bed. Just gonna lift your legs, ma'am. Okay. Okay, there you go. So I've already the patient up there. Okay. Now we can already remove the support. She's in bed. She's back in bed. And then we can help the patient lie down gently, okay? So ma'am, just gonna lie you down. Okay. So as we can see here, she's not at the center of the bed. Like just like now, I have kind of like a bigger patient than me. We can always ask assistance. So we have a linen here. She's lying down. This is gonna help us move her to the center of the bed. So you would need somebody else to help you move the patient in the center of the bed, and make sure that she's comfortable before you leave her. So right now I don't have anyone else in the house to help me with it. So I'm just explaining to you the procedure on how it's gonna be done. And afterwards, you can already put the guardrails back, okay, if you are in a hospital setting. So technically, that's it for my demonstration on how to move the patient from the bed to a chair and vice versa. Thank you.